Greetings, melanated kings and queens of YouTube. This is King Akinyemi here once again. The topic of this video is the use of sexual energy. Now, why is this important? It's important because the misuse of sexual energy actually kills the quality of your life, which I'll explain later. All right. We've been used as sex toys for hundreds of years. Touching back on slavery, slave masters had these ways of making us bigger and stronger by basically breeding us like animals. Also as slaves, we will be put up for auction and we would have to stand naked in front of all of these Europeans and shit. And if they like what they saw, sometimes we were used to create, more slaves or for their sick ass sexual pleasures. So as a result, that's reflected upon how we act sexually today. We grew up thinking that the more we get our issue off, the better, but that's wrong. And what a lot of people don't tell you, I'm telling you today, basically. For the sake of this video, it's mainly for the kings, queens. I didn't forget you all. Just know that, this is mainly for the kings right now. All right, so I'm just going to touch on the basics of what you already know. All right. Now, sex is the exchange of energy between two forces, and according to the law of nature, it's between male and female. Sex is one of the driving forces of nature, and in many aspects, you already know that no life is created without it. All right. Now, engaging in these sexual acts are driven by our desires and our will for it, and you call this your libido. Now, these are the basics of what basically everybody who took a sex ed class already knows, okay? But this brings me to a question that I have for you all, which I'm also going to answer. Now, do you know why most men bust quick and don't want to go for round two because they feel too tired or they, after they're done, they just roll over and go to sleep like the media always portrays it? Well, because unlike women, men actually lose vital life force energy, or it can be called your chi, when they ejaculate. Now, semen that a man carries has more purpose than impregnating a woman. According to ancient Chinese doctors, 1 drop of semen is worth 10 drops of blood. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. And according to Tibetan medicine, 1 cup of the vital essence of blood, or it takes 1 cup of the vital essence of blood to produce 1 drop of the vital essence of semen. Did you also know that semen contains a large amount of zinc, which is used as an antioxidant to slow down the aging process of skin and muscles? And not to mention that semen is an electric conductor because it's mainly most up of water, okay? And it also contains iron, which is a magnetic property. So that basically means every time you ejaculate, you're emitting light. Electricity plus magnetism equals light. So you're emitting light, okay? And every time you ejaculate, you're actually giving away your light energy because we are light beings. So I'll let that sink in, okay? Now, ancient monks and priests already knew this. And what a lot of people don't tell you is that once a man's sexual energy builds up in the genitals, it builds up to a point it will start to rise upwards, okay? Transforming into Kundalini energy, which if you all don't know what that is, I suggest you all do your own research on it, okay? And the longer you refrain from busting, the more Kundalini energy you accumulate. And man, I just want y'all to know that the longer you refrain from that, you have the potential to create more power than an atomic bomb. Literally. Look it up for yourselves, okay? Therefore, you can access and unlock your higher self by refraining from ejaculating as much, okay? I'm going to touch on the queen side for a bit. Now, a woman's sexual energies don't work the same with men because once a woman is aroused, she stays aroused for quite some time, which, Most of us already know. And it takes a slower time for women to become aroused than men as well. But do you know why this is? Because a woman's sexual energy naturally rises upward. You know, they don't need to refrain from having an orgasm for this to happen because it happens for them. It happens to them naturally. You know, they don't need to go through ketone exercises. They don't, they don't need to stop having sex, you know, just to, get their energies up. We do. We're the ones who have to refrain from ejaculating because we're actually losing life force energy when they don't, you know. Um, However, when a woman is emotionally detached from the act, you know, which it could be a weakness of the heart chakra, they start to operate in their lower selves then. So if they do that, if they detach themselves emotionally from an act, they experience the same type of drainage that a man does energy wise. Okay. And this is why it's easier for women to access their higher self because their energy naturally rises upward. Also, this proves that the black woman is actually God. What it will take us a while to do, it takes them no time to do. Okay? So, I said all this to say, stop thinking being a sex fiend is cute. Stop thinking you're a man if you get your issue off 17 times a day and claim you have all these hoes and you fuck them every day. You are not a man for that. If you really want to wake up, understand that your sexual behavior can make or break you. Literally. Okay? And this racist ass white media knows what they're doing. Okay? I'm just going to say, you can't access your higher chakras if you're watching this oversexed bullshit on television every day. They're trying to keep you on level 1 like them because they're sick and demented sexually. 75% of people don't know how to access them higher selves. Okay? And I'm pretty sure they don't. Okay? And the more you watch it, like I said, the more you're going to be hooked. Okay? And subconsciously, that does damage to your mind. Okay? Black women, stop thinking that a man is going to love you just because you give it up. Okay? Because more than likely, that man is not even operating on level 2. And like I said, 75% of us don't even know how to do it. Okay? So, they can't even get out of the root chakra. And black men, don't call yourself a man if you can't keep your urges in check. AKA keeping your dick in your pants. Okay? You definitely can't call yourself a conscious man because if higher sense of self is a goal, you can't get there fucking 4 or 5 women every week or every day. All right? Now let's channel our energy upwards, kings and queens, and not outward. Peace.